What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode here of Full Metal Geek. The tournament is grinding down. As y'all know, I've been kind of not really revealing the order of these matches have been filmed, but this one I am going to date because this one can't come out until after Snowball because, as I told y'all, we had to push everything back. But now we're here. We can show this match now. This is the match between the number 1 and the number 16 ranked contender. That is David Garcia versus Brennan Dunlap. So, of course, we last saw David. He was at Snowball, put up a hell of a fight against Nick Tuig. Just couldn't make it happen, but he knew he was automatically coming back in the tournament now, number 1. And let's face it, dude's hungry. Like, David's ready for him versus Nick Tuig 3. He wants to run through this tournament. And, we're going to see him do it. And his first step is to go through Brennan Dunlap. And Brennan's just looking for that first win. And Brennan has put up a hell of a fight against everyone he's gone up against. It's just barely missed him out. But I hope he brought his A game today to take out someone like David, especially when saving your spot is on the line, because this round 1 has that implication that makes it so much more to win this round than just winning round 1. So let's go ahead and talk to these guys real quick. First of all, we'll talk to our number 1 ranked contender, and that is David. David, like I said, man, we last saw you at Snowball. You put up a hell of a fight against Nick, and against a guy like Nick Tuig, sometimes it just takes one missed question, and I'm pretty sure that's all it came down to for you. It was one in particular missed question that just gave him enough of a lead that kept him ahead of you enough that in the end, that lead mattered. But you're back here, you're in the tournament, you're in the number 1 seed. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm not feeling bad about my match against Nick. I said it. The first time we played, I missed questions I shouldn't have. This time, I missed questions that I didn't know. So, yeah, that's it. Also, right now, I have never played in a tournament on my own. So, but hey, it worked out for me in my last tournament that I played in a family. So let's see. But this time I don't have Joe to back me up, and that hurts. But let's just do it and try to go back at Nick. But the people that are in this bracket, I think Ryan Payne, Thomas Scully, all those people, I have always wanted to play those people. But first, I have to go through Brannon, and Brannon is no joke. I have seen him play very recently in Untitled, and he won. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be an easy match for me. Brannon is a hell of a guy. Brannon studies a lot, and I have worked with him. He has written Geek questions for me back in the MTFO times. His knowledge is very wide. He knows about most of the categories. So, yeah, anything could happen, and I don't like the odds of number 1 versus number 16.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'd just like to take this time to let everybody know, me and David would like to apologize to Adelaide. We forgot to tell them that it was now. So it's kind of both our faults. That's the reason they're not here. But before anybody's like, oh, David didn't leave Adelaide. It was a timing thing. We all messed up.
I also wanted to say something for the record because I saw your video yesterday. Yesterday, was it?
Way to time it, David. Yes, it was yesterday.
Cool. So my match against Tuig was before my time in the hospital. So, because Nico mentioned it, and yes, so anyone can use that as an excuse. That's
all right.
For the record.
And, well, David, we wish you all the luck here today. We'll be right back with you as we talk to your opponent today, and that is the number 16 ranked Mr. Brennan Dunlap. Brennan, last time we saw you, it was you versus Sean Wasserkrug for this spot, although the loser got the spot, not the winner. So Brennan, Sean, he's on the other side. You're here. How you feeling, man?
Kind of lonely on the other side, to be honest, RJ. But it's a new year, so I have nothing but high expectations for myself. So I'm gonna rock and roll as best I can, man. It's gonna be a great match.
No, absolutely. I feel that. And like I said, just with this on the line, having to guarantee a spot for next season, going up against someone like David, who has only lost to the man he just lost to. Does that add any pressure? You're just like, you know what? I'm just going to start the new year off right and put up a good fight.
No, man. That's not adding. Of course it is. My goodness gracious. I have never played against David, but I've watched David play in other leagues, and he is a force to be reckoned with, as is Two-Wig. So either way you slice it, it's gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be fun. I always make it fun. Whether I win or lose, it's gonna be a blast, guys. Let's do this.
All right, let's go ahead and get things started then. Gentlemen, we are going to start, of course, as we always do in round number one. Round number one will work like this. You will each receive 10 questions from throughout the world of Geek. Each question is worth 1 point. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there is a bonus question available. Keep in mind for the entire match, gentlemen, you have 1 challenge and 3 repeats available to you. With that being said, David, are you ready?
Yep.
Brennan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen, we start round 1, question number 1. This is going to come in the category of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In which California city is Tony Stark's home located as revealed in Iron Man 2? I'm sorry, Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3. That is a 3. I can't read. As we've all learned from me hosting things by myself, I cannot read. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with David.
I don't even know if this is a city. That's the thing about not being American. Malibu.
And Brennan.
I believe it is Malibu.
Malibu is actually a city, and that is correct. All right, gentlemen, your next question is going to come in the category of the DC EU, or the worlds of DC. What is the full name of Deadshot, played by Will Smith in Suicide Squad? Need full name, first and last. As far as I can tell, no middle name is required. I feel like apparently I have to say that now because some people are like, oh, do they have a middle name? It is just first and surname. And the only reason I'm rambling on about that is because I need to waste time when I'm hosting by myself, and I have done so now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Brennan this time.
I sure hope I got the last name right. I put Floyd Lawton.
And David?
I'm feeling the same as Brannon, Floyd Lawton.
Floyd Lawton is correct for both of you.
I wasn't sure if it was Lawson. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, I literally was between those two.
All right, gentlemen, your next question. This comes in the category of Marvel. This is Marvel outside of the DCEU. I mean, of the MCU. Sorry. Yeah.
Got it.
Here we go.
I knew what you meant.
It is outside of the DCEU, though. I'm technically not lying. Your question, gentlemen. Who plays Reed Richards in 2015's Fantastic Four? I saw this movie twice in theaters. Once because I wanted to, once because I had to waste time before I hung out with a friend. And it was the only big movie that was out. So I was like, I'll go see Fantastic Four again. Maybe it was good. It wasn't. It wasn't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do appreciate what they gave me, though. It just wasn't that good. Let's go ahead and start with David.
I always confuse these two actors. Is it Jai Sheridan or is the other one?
And Brennan.
Oh, God, I can never pronounce his name or spell it, but I hope I get points for whatever. I picked Ian Grufford.
So Ian Grufford was Tim Story's Mr. Fantastic. That is incorrect.
Oh, I misheard it. I misheard it.
Sheridan,
okay.
Miles Teller. Confuse it. It is Miles Teller.
Yeah, I misheard
Miles
it.
Teller
That's my
is
fault.
the other guy.
I always confuse Cyclops and Mr. Fantastic. It's
I
like
can, I can kind of see that, so I'll forgive that. I can kind of see
I
that.
completely misheard that question. I heard the Tim Story one, so whoops. Oops.
All
Okay.
right.
Moving on.
Nope. Well, it's still a tie game after that one, so we move on to the next category. This is now DC. DC movies outside of the DCEU. This is another full name question. What is the alias that Kara goes by while on Earth in Supergirl?
no.
And like I said, this is another full name question. We need first and last name.
Wow. You know,
Just to let everyone in behind the scenes, I would not have known the answer to this question because I have never seen this movie.
I had to.
Yes, I remember that one time you did, so I hope it helped for this one. We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Brennan.
All right, I think I'm getting confused with something else, but put Kara Danvers.
And David.
That can be the logical choice. Linda Lee. Linda Lee.
Linda Lee is correct. That is the answer we were looking for. Danvers, you're thinking of Captain Marvel. Captain
Carol
Marvel.
Danvers. Oh, gosh.
Right.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Isn't Cara Danvers the name of Supergirl in the comics?
That was kind of what I thought too.
I'm pretty sure it
Yeah.
is.
So that was my logic.
All right. Gentlemen, we move on. First lead of the game, David 3-2. As we get into question number 5, this comes in the category of Star Trek. What song do Kirk and Bones sing around the campfire in The Final Frontier? For those of you keeping track at home, that is Star Trek 5. Star Trek 5.
I hope I'm putting the title right.
Just don't sing it, because I won't take it. I don't care if you can sing the song. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with David.
Did I put the right number of rows? Row, row, row your boat.
And Brennan?
Nothing.
That is the right number of rows. It is row, row.
I didn't know if it was just row your
Dang.
boat.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I would have been a nice guy. As long as you had one row, I would have given it to you. I wouldn't have been that guy. But row, row, row your boat is correct. All right, gentlemen, your next question. We're going to the other side of the galaxy. This is in Star Wars. Star Wars. In The Phantom Menace, according to Padme, their entire plan during the Battle of Naboo hinges on the ability to capture who? This is still one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's a nostalgia thing. I was at the right age when it came out. I don't mind Jar Jar the way everyone else does. I thought he was funny.
I would like this movie a lot more if I liked race cars.
And I love race cars. Maybe that's why I love the movie. I don't know. I like space races. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Brennan.
I put the Viceroy.
And David.
I put Viceroy Gun, right?
We will accept the Viceroy or Viceroy Gunray. Both of you are correct. All right, gentlemen, your next question. This is in the category of the Wizarding World. Wizarding World. Simple question. Who kills Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? You know, I say simple question and then I see people think about it and I feel bad. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I feel bad when I assume something is easy because some of these questions other people would think are easy and I'm like, I would have no idea. Like row, row, row your boat. I wouldn't even know that. I wouldn't even begin to know that that was the right answer. I'd be like, they sang, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to guess what they sang. 5,
A campfire song.
4, 3, 2, 1. I'd put Pina Coladas. Maybe they like that song. I don't even know the real name of that song. And we are going to start with David.
Peter Pettigrew.
And Brennan.
Okay, even though Voldemort told him to do it, it was Peter Pettigrew who did it, but with Voldemort's wand. So
Peter Pettigrew is all we're looking for. You both
Cool.
have Peter Pettigrew. That is correct.
Oh, technicalities.
All right, gentlemen, your next question. This is question number 8, comes in the category of Middle Earth. Middle Earth. In the Hobbit series, Thorin is descended from the line of what famous dwarf? I wouldn't mind being a dwarf if I was stuck in Middle Earth. I'm not gonna lie. Like after the Hobbit series, I'm like, I'd be a dwarf. Like they got some badass weaponry. Like because it's like showing that like just because we're dwarves doesn't mean we can't use other types of weapons. Like we got typecasted that like we got to use axes. That's not the case, and I kind of dig it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Although I'd probably still use an axe. And we are gonna go to Brennan.
I think I shot myself in the foot here, but I put Gimli.
And David.
Durin.
Durin is the answer we were looking for.
I didn't even know it was a dwarf. I thought it was like a house.
Well, the House of Durin. That's why it's referred to as that. The House of Durin. As in,
Okay. All right.
It's kind of part of the lore. There are 7 great dwarves, like the 7 dwarf lords. That's actually a thing. There's 7 great dwarves that they can trace their lines back to. Durin is one of them.
Those that take the rings.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, your next question. This is question number 9. This is your penultimate question. It comes in the category of mixed bag. Mixed bag. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the turtles are teleported back in time to what foreign country?
Sorry, RJ, haven't seen this one.
It's okay. It's a fun movie. I mean, it kind of ruined the trilogy, but it's still a fun movie.
Kind of ruined it.
I'm nice.
They just sold
Wait,
toys. for
repeat
that
the
one.
question.
Repeat. All right. So that's going to be David's first repeat. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the turtles are teleported back in time to what foreign country?
Country.
Yes.
I mean, I still don't know it, but at least try and guess the correct thing.
Well, hopefully you can correctly guess a country in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we actually start with you, David.
England.
And Brennan.
Japan.
Japan is
that actually makes sense.
All right, and your final question, gentlemen, here is going to be in the category of heroes and villains. What movie features heroic characters named King Balor, Princess Nuala, and Trevor Bruttenholm? That was a mouthful. I was amazed in myself that I made it through without Robert there to remind me how to pronounce everything. Once again, I need to remind myself, read the questions beforehand and make sure you know how to pronounce things.
You know, I am not sure if I am.
RJ, you're going to hate me. Can I get a repeat, please? I'm sorry.
No, sure. That's no
As
problem.
you said that.
No problem. That is your first repeat. What movie features heroic characters named King Balor, Princess Nuala, and Trevor Bruttenholm?
I hate your over-explaining rule. So I'm not sure if you need the long version or the short version of the title.
I mean, that's not really over-explaining. That's just making sure you're putting the right movie.
Okay.
Over-explaining just stops people from showing off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Brennan.
Dude, I'm wrong. I put Avatar.
And David.
Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
Hellboy 2, The Golden Army is correct. So with that, round number 1 is over. We have David with the 3-point lead. It is 8-5 as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 will work like this, gentlemen. I will present a wheel to y'all. This wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. You will each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on has 5 questions in it, each worth 2 points. If not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, it takes the value down to 1. Keep in mind for this round, you are allowed 1 respin unless you land on villain's pick, and there is stealing in this round. Now, David, since you are in the lead, I will present the wheel to you, gentlemen, and then you can decide whether you would like to spin first or defer to your opponent. Gentlemen, for today, your categories are going to be Star Trek, DC, Wizarding World, the MCU, Worlds of DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and Middle-earth. So, David, now seeing what's on the wheel today, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
Okay, sorry. Is Mixed Bag there?
Mixed Bag is not there.
I'm going first.
Okay, going first. All right, so your first spin is away. And it's Hero's Pick. David, do you need a reminder of the categories, or do you know what you want?
I know what I want.
And what would you like?
Give me Wizarding World.
All right, Wizarding World it is. Remember, gentlemen, keep your hands, both hands visible at all times during this questioning. David, are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Your first question. What means of transportation were Harry, Ron, and Hermione originally going to use to get to the Ministry before being caught in the Order of the Phoenix?
Flu powder.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. What is the first name of the innkeeper of the Leaky Cauldron in The Prisoner of Azkaban?
Tom.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your next question. While in Malfoy Manor in Deathly Hallows Part 1, where does Harry keep the shard of glass he uses to communicate with Aberforth?
In his sock.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your fourth question. What is the name of Credence's younger sister who is believed to be a witch in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Damn it.
5.
Okay,
4.
multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, chastity, B, faith, C, charity, or D, modesty.
Modesty.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. What type of alcoholic beverage was Ron poisoned from in The Half-Blood Prince?
Mead.
That is correct for 2 points. David running the board on that one, only having to go to multiple choice once. So we now bring back up the wheel. And Brendan, it is now your spin.
I just wanted to take this moment to say, thank goodness there's no quotes on here because that little punk has screwed me over the last 2 matches.
Oh.
And Brendan, for you, it has also landed on Hero's Pick. So
Whoa,
everything is
all
available
right.
to you except Wizarding World.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Hey, you put it there.
Well played. You're right. No, you're totally right. Can I get a rundown of the categories?
Sure. Available to you: Star Trek, DC, MCU, Worlds of DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and Middle Earth.
Let's do DCEU.
All right, Worlds of DC,
Yeah, what's DC?
is. All right. Give me 1 second as I get to there. All right, Brendan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Your first question. In Birds of Prey, what area of Gotham City does Harley plan on giving Cass back to Roman in?
Oh,
What's the name of the part of the city?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Industrial District, B, Park Row, C, Amusement Mile, or D, the Bowery.
I'm going to go with the Bowery.
That is incorrect. David, a chance for a 1-point steal. Your options once again are A, Industrial District, B, Park Row, C, Amusement Mile, or D, the Bowery.
Amusement Mile.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question, Brennan.
Yeah.
What item in Tom's home does Queen Atlanta destroy at the start of Aquaman?
Isn't it his television?
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice. That's what I thought. I was like, lamp is too easy. It's not lamp.
Your next question. What did Dr. Savannah give to his brother before throwing him out a window in Shazam?
Wasn't it? It was the Magic 8 Ball.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Nice.
Your next question. Your fourth question. In Wonder Woman, who sacrifices themselves on the beach of Themyscira to save Diana?
Oh, it was her aunt. I can't think of her name. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Hippolyta, B, Menelope, C, Antiope, or D, Artemis.
That's not helping me. Antiope.
That is correct for 1 point.
Cool. Okay.
And your last question. What agency is Jimmy Olsen working for in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice?
I believe it's the CIA.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So after that, Brennan only allowing 1 steal there. It is now a 6-point game.
Oof.
Yes, that's correct. 18-12 as we get into the final round. Gentlemen, the final round works like this. I have another wheel for y'all. This one only has 6 categories on it. Each has a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You will spin the wheel 3 times to get a question of each point value. If you get the question right, you will get those points. We will stay with the person who is behind until they take the lead over their opponent. Keep in mind, every category is available more than once as long as it's in a different point value. You are allowed 1 respin for this round, but only 1. You decide to respin on a 3, you are stuck with whatever you spin on the 5. So, Brendan, since you are behind with a little catching up to do, we will start with you.
Okay.
Gentlemen, your categories for today are going to be the MCU, DC, Mixed Bag, Worlds of DC, Middle Earth, and Star Wars. Brennan, your 2-point spin is away. And it lands on Mixed Bag. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
Let's keep it.
All right. Remember, gentlemen, just keep your hands visible through this round. You each have 2 repeats left. Brennan, for 2 points in Mixed Bag. Who plays the lead character, Britt Reed, in The Green Hornet?
Seth Rogen.
That is correct for 2 points. Now a 4-point game, so we do still stick with Brennan. We bring back up the wheel. Brennan, this is now your 3-point spin. All categories are once again eligible. And this time it barely misses Mixed Bag and lands in DC.
I will take DC.
You will take DC, all right. Go ahead, take that away. All right, for 3 points to come within 1 of David. Your question. In Teen Titans Go to the Movie, name 2 superheroes the Titans stop from becoming heroes by changing their origins. We just need 2.
Superman and Batman.
Those are both acceptable answers for 3 points.
Nice.
We also would have accepted Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Ninja Turtles.
I wasn't sure if Wonder Woman was in there. I forgot about Ninja Turtles, so that's funny.
All right, so it is now a 1-point game, but David is still behind by 1, so it does come down to this. David is now going to get Brendan is now going to get his 5-point question. If he hits it, he will avoid the TKO and force David to answer some questions to win the match. If he misses, David will win via TKO and move on in the tournament. So we bring back up the wheel for you one more time. Brennan, do keep in mind you do have your respin available. All
Okay.
categories available as we spin. And it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that for your 5-pointer or use your respin?
You know, last time I was in a Geek match and I landed MCU, I didn't believe in myself, and that backfired on me. David knows what I'm talking about. So I'll go for it.
All right, going for it is what he said. And here we go. David I'm sorry, Brennan. Sorry. I don't know why I'm confusing your names. There's no similarity between your names, and I'm just being weird. All right, Brennan, for 5 points, stay in the game. Keep in mind, you do still have 2 repeats left.
Okay.
Category the MCU. In one of the mid-credit scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, High Priestess Aisha names a new birthing pod. What does she call it?
I shall call him Adam.
That is correct for 5 points.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
TKO.
All right, so it is now a 4-point lead in favor of Brennan. So David will have to answer some questions in order to win this match. So David, we now bring up the wheel for you. This will be your 2-pointer spin. So the only category not available will be mixed bag as we spin. And it lands in Middle Earth. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
I'll keep it.
All right, keeping Middle Earth. And where did it go? There it went. All right. All right, David, for 2 points. Here we go. Sorry. Text message came through. I apologize. All right. For 2 points in category Middle Earth. What fortress do Theoden and the Rohirrim what fortress do Theoden and the Rohan people flee to when they are attacked by Saruman's forces in the Two Towers?
Helm's Deep.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so we come to this. This is David's first chance. He is about to have his 3-pointer question. If he hits this, he will win the match. If he misses, he will still have another chance with his 5-pointer. So here we go. David, this is for 3 points. Only category not available here to you is DC. It lands on the opposite side of the spectrum in the world of DC. Would you like to keep that?
Yeah.
All right. And here we go for the possible win in the category of Worlds of DC. David, for 3 points. Who crushes Enchantress's heart after the final battle in Suicide Squad?
Rick Flag.
And your winner, David Garcia. It was, in fact, Rick Flag. Tight, close match right there, 23-22. We're going to go ahead and talk to our competitors real quick. Let's start with Mr. Brennan. Brennan, that is a well-put-up fight, sir. You know, you fell a little behind in round 2, but you went perfect in round 3, which is never an easy feat. So going perfect in round 3, forcing David to answer some questions, man, be proud of yourself.
I am actually very proud of my performance. I know I didn't get the W, but I feel that I was definitely more consistent in this match than I was in previous matches. Fumbled a little bit in round 1, missed a question in round 2, but like you said, I nailed all the round 3s, and you know, like I said, I feel like I'm more consistent than I have been in the past, and there's nowhere to go but up from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, unfortunately, this does mean you'll be back in testing,
Absolutely.
but I have no doubt that you will make your way back in for next season. And next season, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, this does unfortunately make you 0-3, so it may be a while before you get a match next season if you make it back in. But we look forward to seeing you. Great job today, Brennan.
Absolutely. Congratulations, David. Great job, buddy.
Now let's go ahead and speak with our winner today. David, first round's done.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Relaxed. Like, I'm not going through the best time right now, but it's always fun to play. It's always fun to play against a guy like Brannon, who is a sweetheart. He put up an incredible fight. If I happen to miss a DCEU3, which I really cool, I will have to like answer my 5. So, but I am just glad that I was able to be consistent with my previous gameplay. I didn't know the mixed bag one. I mean, Miles Teller, Ty Sheridan, I always confuse those two. I don't know which is which. So I should probably have known it, but those being the only questions I missed, I am not like beating myself up. And I am glad I am secure for next year because I love playing here in this league. And looking forward to seeing who I am going to play in this tournament.
Well, that's what we're actually going to talk about next. So, with the way the tournament is set up, you will be facing the winner of Sandy Robinson and Sean Wasserkrug. Do you have a preference?
Look, I don't really care, but I mean, I already played Sean. I am not saying that, and yeah, it went really, really well for me that time because I believe I played my only perfect game ever. But I kind of want to play new people. So, Sandy, why not?
Sandy, why not, is what we're hearing. Well, David, we'll definitely let you know soon who you will be playing, and you have a great rest of your day, sir. Congratulations on your victory today.
Thank you. And as I said, great job, Brannon. I mean,
all right, well, that does it for this episode here at Full Metal Geek. Make sure you do all the nice things you're supposed to do, like, comment, subscribe, do all the positive things that you're supposed to do for this video. We will see you guys next time here in the tournament at Full Metal Geek.